Good morning, Tangerines. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Tangents with a couple of tan.
Gents, what happened?
Well, usually they give us a little countdown. And
Uh-huh.
as soon as I said 5, I clicked start streaming. It was a complete accident, Danny. That was my
Hey,
fault.
what's up, y'all?
Good morning, everybody. Happy almost Halloween. It's getting to the spooky season now. Full disclosure, it's September 23rd. Now, Danny, quick question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Danny. I'm Jason. When do you think spooky season starts?
July 29.
That's
Because you have August to get ready, stuff ready.
yeah.
So get your decorations your local stores.
Spirit Halloween.
Your local home what's it called? The home goods.
Home
Your
goods.
local TJ Maxx, your local Ross, your local Macy's. Oh no, not Macy's, sorry. Your
Why
local
not Macy's?
Target. I don't know. I don't know if they sell stuff in there. I don't know. And
What
then
up,
I think
Ryu?
the spray had
Sorry, Ryu Shoryuken is saying sub bros. What up?
uh uh Spirit Halloween. I think they start in July, beginning of the end of July or August. So yeah, Jason, that's how it is supposed to be now.
I think honestly it's a little too early for me, but
Jason, just it's
just go
getting
with it.
Halloween is becoming Halloween is becoming a more major holiday than ever before.
I think we have actually have talked about this before, and I think it is because we grew up loving Halloween as children.
Oh yeah,
We
oh
had
yeah.
we
This is
had Halloween
Halloween.
Town. We had other
Hocus
Halloweens.
Pocus
Hocus Pocus.
for
Thank you for getting that back.
The
Because
Disney lovers.
Disney always had they love to celebrate Halloween. They always had the episodes, the classic Boy Meets World Halloween episode where
Mm-hmm.
Corey Matthews is having the recurring dream, and turns out he is the one killing. Spoiler alerts for Boy Meets World. But they made us grow up loving Halloween. And now, as adults, we get to decorate. We get to buy the expensive costumes. We get to go all out for Halloween because that's what we grew up. And now we have money for all that, and it's great. It's great. My birthday, as you know, is in the fall time. It's in October, and I love it. I
You
love
have
it.
a great birthday. You have a great birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Uh, I think even growing up in Guatemala, I think I also saw I grew up with Goosebumps,
Mm.
Spanish Goosebump. I mean, it's just Halloween, and like all those, like you say, all those specials Halloween where you kids go trick or treating and stuff like that with their little dead body bags. Um, I always wanted to do that. So when I came here, I told my mom I wanted to dress up, and then I think I told her what I was for the first time.
I
Did I
don't
tell you
remember.
what it
Why
was?
don't you enlighten me?
Oh, I was the ghost from. I was ghost from. Oh God, Scream.
Oh, Ghostface.
Trying to wake up. I'm trying to wake up. Ghost for Scream.
Full disclosure: I made Danny wake up at 8 in the morning or earlier. It's 8:40. We were supposed to start at 8. This isn't your fault. I don't. I think I took a
No,
little bit to set up.
that's fine, Jason. Don't worry. No, but yeah, I was Ghost from Scream
Ghostface.
with the. But the thing though, I got a little the Reaper's instead of the his iconic
Knife.
kitchen knife, I got the Reaper's scythe, and I had a little and my mask. Remember when the mask used to have blood,
Oh
running
yeah,
blood?
you squeeze the heart and then the
Yeah,
blood
you
starts
squeeze the
running.
heart and that's oh man, it was so great.
I get you. Danny, I watched you know this movie, A Haunting in Venice?
Oh yes, I've been wanting to.
The
Yes,
the
yes,
Agatha Christie the
yes.
it's a trilogy now.
Oh,
With
what the?
the well,
Wait,
because it's the Murder on the Orient Express, the Death on the Nile, and then now A Haunting in Venice with that guy Hercule Poirot. I think it was his name.
the guy who looks like he's a well mannered.
The
Yes,
mustachio
yeah.
guy.
Oh, are you kidding me? Kenneth Branagh, whatever his name is. I think
Yeah,
that's his name. Are you kidding me? All those movies are related.
yeah. I mean, it's like Knives Out. Knives
It's like
Out is like
Knives Out, like
Gwen
the
Figgy's
detective.
movies. And this movie, Haunting of Venice, Danny, was actually really good. It has some jump scares, and it's a
Okay.
murder mystery. It's a murder mystery who done it
Okay.
with a little bit
Okay.
of paranormal activity going on.
I think I'm gonna have to ask Denise if she wants to go watch it, but we'll have to watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3
Of course, of course,
because we have to. It's at this point we have to.
you have to.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So what's hold on, Jason. Keep going, Jason. Keep going.
I bring up A Haunting in Venice, Danny, to talk about horror movies as a lazy segue to the main topic for the next I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, probably 3 weeks. 3 weeks
3
might be
weeks.
suffice.
We might have some personnel people who have done some. We got some special things coming up. We got somebody, Jason, that I don't think you even know about it. We got somebody coming in telling us about some
Is it Ryu?
spooky stuff.
Is it Ryu Shoryuken
No.
in the chat?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But if he wants to.
I don't know who that is. Anyways, as a segue to get into the next 3 weeks, it is going to be. I was trying to line it up with whatever you were doing back there. It looks like you're trying to set up lighting, and that was.
Look, I tried to set up all darkness, but it's not working. Oh, there we go.
It looks exactly the same. The horror. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I think your camera adjusted to it real quick, though.
Yeah, I saw.
Should I close my? Nah, it's fine. I'm not gonna do all that. All right.
Welcome, Spookies lovers. This is the segment of 2023 Best Horror Movies.
Thank you, Danny. That was a perfect intro. That was better than mine. The horror movie bracket 2023.
Don't turn your back. There might be somebody there behind you. And if you feel a breathe, oh, it's just your fart going backwards.
It's impressive if you could do that, honestly. Only reason I want to get right into it is because we got a long we are a couple of jabronis, Danny, who tend to go off on tangents and then waste a lot of time and not typically get to where we actually wanted to get to. And that's the point of this whole thing, right?
I told you that this is a 3-parter. This is not going to be a 2-parter.
It might be 4.
You know what? Yes.
It might be 4 because,
yeah.
Again, just knowing how much we like to talk.
Yeah.
Danny, have you always been like this? Diana
Like
says
what?
that was very scary. Have you always been a talkative person?
It depends, Jason. It depends. Not really. It depends. When I get with somebody, yeah. You know?
All right, let's get to it. Dun, dun, dun.
Are you ready for the spooky bracket?
Quick load transition there. And here it is. What I'm going to do here, Danny, I'm going to read off all the participants, and I'm going to have a precursor to all this because we are not going to have every horror movie, obviously. We have a bracket of 32 participants. Some of them you may think don't deserve to be on here. Some of them you may think, I don't know where I was going there. Some of them you may think should not be on the list. We don't care. This is going to be some of our favorites, but also some of the ones that we think should be on it for its reputation and the legacy.
But
Looking at you, Child's Play.
enjoyed. I enjoyed that one, Jason, but this is the movies that either we grew up or we got scared. And also, this is our Sunday morning
Attention, scary movie bracket.
Exactly. Danny brings up a great point. This is our bracket. If you don't agree with it, well, tell us what you think should have been on there. Go ahead, put it.
You know what? Yes, put it in the comment. They haven't even sent their hand palm pictures.
Danny, that episode releases tomorrow morning.
Oh,
it's okay.
just
Yeah, we're a
spoiling.
week. We're a
That's
week
just
behind.
spoiling, yeah.
Everyone who's watching live gets to get treated with in the moment podcasting. The people who don't watch it live have to wait a week. That's just how businesses ran.
Yeah, it's funny because we don't even have Patreons or nothing like that, and we're just giving it away
For free.
We're just giving it away for free. And like, are we just whores? Oh wait, no, they get paid. Never mind. We're not even whores.
All right, so let's read off the participants here. And I'm going to read them off based off of seating. All right, everybody. And this seating was discussed between Danny, Denise, and I. We were looking through them. It was kind of a quick thing. We wanted to not put too much thought into it, but some thought into it, because you can't have a number 1 seed versus a number 2 seed, because then there's like, well, they might have been in the finals. They might not have, but they might have. So I'm gonna read them off real quick for you, okay, Danny? Number 1 seed, The Exorcist, 1973 version. I don't even know. That trailer for the new one was pretty nuts, Danny, and it was so under wraps. I wasn't positive if it was, and I was like, why does that sound familiar? And it was also because it sounds like the Halloween music, the movie Halloween, and then it does it, and I was like, oh shit. I looked over at Diana. I was like, you're coming with me, right? And she's like, nah. Not a fucking chance. So I might have to go watch that one by myself, and that's okay.
Oh, Jason, I'm sorry. I should go with you, man.
Oh no, this is fine. I've seen like almost all of these movies by myself, so it's okay. So number 1, The Exorcist. Number 2, The Conjuring. Number 3, The Shining. Number 4, Hereditary. Number 5, sorry if I'm looking all over the place here. Okay, Sinister. Number 6, I don't know how Scream, 1996, not the new one, because the new one it doesn't matter. Number 7, It, 2017. Full disclosure, I've never seen the original. I just don't think it's gonna scare me though.
No, there's a scene though that even after this so many years, I still remember that scene where they put an eyeball in the ice cream, where he just have like an ice cream bowl, and then he's just eating kids' parts, and he's giving it to kids.
Oh, that's cute. Number 8, The Descent. Number 9, The Witch, otherwise known as The Vitch. Number 10, Blair Witch Project. Number 11, Paranormal Activity. Number 12, Insidious. Number 13, if I could find it, Midsommar. That's how you have to say it.
Midsommar.
Midsommar. Number 14, Get Out. Number 15, X. Number 16. If you see Danny, call it out.
Number 16, The Strangers.
Thank you, sir. Where'd you see that at?
On the you have 17
and
16 together.
I don't. That's how the bracket made it. Number 17, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 18, Halloween, 1978. Number 19, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. Number 20. This is for the podcast listeners who don't watch it and can't look at the bracket live.
Psycho.
20, Psycho. Thank you. Number 21 is, I should have gotten the Friday the 13th, 1980. Original. Number 22 is, of course, Barbarian. Number 23 is Terrifier. Number 24, I think I'm starting to understand this now. Evil Dead Rise. Number 25, Poltergeist, 1982. Number 26, Child's Play. Number 27, The Thing, 1982. Wow, that's crazy. Poltergeist and The Thing in the same year. I just noticed.
There was a lot of 80s scary movies.
The 70s and 80s were fucked up times.
Yeah.
Number 28.
Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe. Shout out to No Doubt. Wait, that's Don't Speak. I'm sorry. Number 29.
Trick or Treat.
Where is there it is. Thank you. Trick or Treat. Number 30. Number 30, Danny. We discussed this before, and I want to get your confirmation. We had The Ritual. I thought it was because you wanted it there. But turns out you don't care. So I just replaced it with Rosemary's Baby.
Look, the reason why I like The Ritual, because it's kind of fucked up. If it's one of those stories that I listen to that I think it happened in real life. I'm not gonna spoil it for what it is for people, but just watch it. You still watch it. I still feel like it's still okay horror movie. So
yeah, it's not bad. It's a good movie. 31, Hush, which I now feel but whatever. 32, Saw. Danny, and with that, we're going to work on the left side of the bracket. And again, this is based off of seating so that we don't have The Exorcist versus The Conjuring in the first round, and then to get knocked
Yeah,
out.
that would just it's like
And I still feel, Danny, you don't fully understand seedings because you looked at this and you said, Jason, why did you put The Exorcist versus Saw? And again,
no, I said I didn't put it. I'm saying like that seating is kind of like would you save it for the second podcast or the third one because it's a good seating right there. I'm not saying,
well, that's just
but
the
at
way the
least
cookie crumbles.
the
That's
cookie
just the way the
crumble
cookie
that
crumbles.
way. I guess you're right. Yeah.
I mean, again, people might be big fans of Saw, and other people would have been like, no, like it's better than Exorcist.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, it's what they prefer.
I wanted to watch the movie, the one that we talked about last week, and the devil. No, what's it called?
Oh, Devils.
Devils. Yeah, and that was. You're right. I was like, yeah, that's kind of 70s scary movies. Demonic movies were different. Nowadays, I think it's a lot of CGI and stuff like that, but I don't know about now. But either way, though,
The Devils is some sort of
yeah, that
demonic,
one's
I don't even know how to explain it. It's
yeah.
pretty gruesome. One of the images is a woman sucking the blood out of Jesus's.
Oh, they do more than that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's just
Yeah,
yeah. No, it looks
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
gonna feel uncomfortable the whole time. So Danny,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Let's get started with the first one. Now, how much time do you think we should spend on the ones that are? We should give them a time of day. Actually, we should give them a time of day. Like we know what we are going to choose. Again, there's probably big fans of Saw out there who would not go the way we will go, but we should give it both players, both teams, a bit of credit.
I can start, Jason. I haven't seen it yet. Well, I seen it.
Seen what?
Parts of it. Saw. That's the only one I have to. That's the only movie I did not catch up
For
to it.
for the non-watchers.
Yes.
Right now,
Yeah, the
the
one
first
right now.
contest. The first is The Exorcist, number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed, Saw. What you're saying,
No.
Danny? I just wanted to introduce that.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't know this movie was created by James Wan.
He directed it.
Directed it.
Wait,
I did not know that he directed Saw. So James Wan, what is he doing making? I'm gonna go there. They're gonna go there. DC movies. Anyways, the premise of this story, Jason, is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, Saw is a pretty cool premise. I mean, you have a guy who pretty much kills, tortures people because they've been doing things that they should have been doing, right? It's kind of like a sort of punishment purgatory that he's created in real life
so
to punish. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a fun premise. I was telling Diana about this because she's like, "Oh, you watched that?" Because it has a reputation of being gore porn. But then I had never seen the first one, but I watched it a couple weeks ago because Kind of Funny's doing their Saw watch along right now. They're in review because to prepare for Saw 10, which is crazy that there's 10 of them.
There's 10 of them.
There's
10
Saw movies. Everyone's talking about Fast and Furious having 10. It's like, whoa, that's crazy.
Whoa, you're right.
Well, it's because the Fast and Furious movies are trash also, so it's like, why are we still doing this? Well, I guess the Saw movies aren't that much better anyways. So anyways, I watched Saw, the original, the first one, for the first time, and I was expecting a lot more gore. I was expecting a lot more feet getting sawed off because I thought that was the majority of it. And Danny, it's not that. It is more of a thriller about these two guys who are held captive and they have to decide what to do and figure out some puzzles along the way. And then when it gets to the ankle cutting off moment, they show like a quick scene of it, and it's not even too much because it was such a low budget. They didn't have the means to put a lot of gore in there. So I was pleasantly surprised. Terrible acting by everyone in the movie. Everyone was bad, Danny. Like, it was egregious how bad everyone.
You think it had to do with the just the low budget? They're like, we cannot get anybody who's super famous.
So the one who chops off his leg, he's the guy from The Princess Bride, the main guy.
Oh,
he's the main guy for. So I was like, I mean, he's not gonna be that bad, right? He's a veteran actor. No, he was bad.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy who was locked in the bathroom was the writer, and that it was one of the direct, like, they don't have the budget for more actors because they're like, let's
Okay.
just throw him in there. He's the writer, and
Yeah.
but fun twist at the end. I wasn't I wasn't expecting it. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember what happens?
No, no.
Full
no.
spoilers for all these movies, by the way. Full spoilers.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
At the very end, there's a dead body on the floor, right? While they're inside the bathroom and talking about all this, it turns out Mr. Jigsaw is the one that's on the floor, and he like stands up and he's like, "I got you guys. It was me that was dead the whole time."
God. Yes, because he was using the puppet doll to communicate.
Yes, yes.
Oh
It was
my
it was all a game.
God.
So he has these
Yes.
fun
Yeah.
little twists about happy. And honestly, his whole thing is kind of stupid because he's dying. Well, I guess it's not that stupid, but he's dying. He has cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer, and the doctor, who
yeah.
was the guy who chopped his leg off, was the one who diagnosed him with cancer. But was going to cheat on his wife, so he's like, you guys are all taking advantage of life, and you need.
So he's
to
kind of like a
respect
hypocrite,
everyone."
pretty much, in a way. It seems like it.
He's not a great guy. I mean, he's a villain because he's making people go through these terrible,
Yeah.
terrible, traumatic events. It's pretty messed up. Some of those. Anyways,
Some of the, yeah.
The Exorcist wins.
No. But I know. But like I said, that movie has a good premise, and it made 10.
It's fun.
There's 10 of them. I mean, isn't it Eddie Murphy? I was gonna say Eddie Murphy in one of them. It's
Yes, you're right. That Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Chris
Oh,
Rock
why
is
I
in
keep forgetting?
Spiral. Chris Rock is in
Yeah,
Spiral.
so
The one that
there-
I thought, Danny.
Mhm.
So now after watching this original one, I feel like Spiral was trying to be a little bit of the reputation of gore porn with
Mhm.
the first one, of more of a detective.
Yes,
murder
because he
or
he
thriller.
plays he plays a more serious
Movie
actor
was not
there.
good.
Yeah, okay.
It was not that good. I watched it because I thought it was going to be more of a thriller / escape room type of thing, and it was more of just gore porn
Okay.
than
Okay.
I was expecting. But I wish it was more like the first one. I wish these movies were more like the first one because it's
They just become out of what, like kind of like the what's it called? The one that we didn't put in this list, but The Purge. I like the first one. It's about in the house, the family, a stupid ass kid,
stupid fucking kid.
stupid ass kid, and the next ones they're all outside. They all have to do something. They have a good premise, but they just become too much. I feel like they try to expand it, and they forget what made the first one so great. And I think we'll talk about the other ones that I have an idea with. But yeah,
You have anything to say about The Exorcist? Is there anything to say about The Exorcist that people don't know? Or
look, there's this 1973. I think everybody has seen the famous scene where she's in bed, the little girl, she's in bed, she's possessed by the devil. A lot of people, I don't think a lot of people have really seen it because there's a whole, it's a great, it starts like an Indiana Jones setting.
I always forget what I'm watching whenever I start The Exorcist.
Yes, because it starts in Egypt. There's a demon, and the demon is not even Catholic. Demon, well, I mean, not in the sense of like, the demon is just a demon, but it's funny because they find it in Egypt, and then it's it's a demon. I wonder how the Egyptians was able to seal the demon in the little, the little statue. By the way, anyways, it's a great story. I think this is one of the movies that I couldn't sleep when I first watched it. It not just because many scenes. I mean, you can talk about the scene she's in the bed and she starts to vomit, and for me that was gross. And I'm like, how can somebody vomit that much? Or when she turns her head and she just looks at you and the camera just painted at her, and then that was really fucked up when I was a kid. Also, when it's the last scenes when they're
Revolutionary
doing.
too for the time.
Huh? Yeah,
Revolutionary.
yeah. I bet.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. And not just that, besides the movie, the whole baggage that came after making the movie. Call
Oh,
it, yeah, call it with whatever, like if you want to relate it to what they did, the demon was there or not, because a lot of the cast members, a lot of people die after this movie, and it's probably coincidental, but I don't know how many people died, but there's always baggage after this first movie. Uh, a lot of people, cast members die. It's a well made movie. The music, I mean, the iconic song. I mean, the iconic
you
song
tried
is
to do it
just
earlier. Why don't you try again?
yeah.
Redeem yourself. Still nope. Never mind.
No, look. There's always something scary about a little girl being possessed by the devil, and then you know,
Oh, Danny, this stupid little girl who's playing with the Ouija board with her mom, and the
I
mom.
know. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Tell me,
It's
please.
because this is a stupid. Yes, they're playing because she's separated from her dad. They're divorced, so she's like playing. Oh, let's play daughter, and then they're playing the Ouija board, and then just the mom's like, oh, let's just play this game. I'm thinking maybe back then they didn't have the conscience that Ouija boards were like not just meant for like funny, spiritual, pretend ghosts talking. But what the fuck would? Yeah, you're right, Jason. What the fuck were they talking? Why were they just?
It was so casual the way, and I don't know. Maybe 1973. I think is when the movie came out. Maybe at that time. Wait, I have it right. Yeah, 1973.
Yeah.
The Ouija boards were only looked at as like a playful thing and whatever. And then the movie came out. I don't know. Dang, I wasn't even
No,
probably a thought at this time. I could be
no.
completely wrong, and they were always known to be some sort of like taboo thing, but it's just so casual the way they bring it out. She's like, "Come on, play with me," and she's like, "All right." It was like in Friends. Remember in Friends, they're casually playing with the Ouija board in like an opening scene. No mention of it. What the fuck is wrong with people?
They're just, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is wrong.
Can't play around with that shit.
I don't. The name of the demon is, I think it's Pazuzu. I should not say it, but
No,
that's the name of the
you have to
demon.
say it because then when you know the name, the demon remembered, and he's like, "Oh no, it knows my name."
Yeah, that's
fight
true.
it. You can
Because
fight it.
yeah.
That's how
Also,
it works.
the priest story. This is what I like about this movie because it doesn't play like a priest who's a good priest. I mean, he's not a bad priest. He's like, taking care of his mom. He's just he's just you know what he reminds me, kind of like Batman in a way.
Oh, he's a vigilante.
He's like a vigilante priest, exorcist priest, and like I don't know.
Explain
I just
why.
feel like
Why? Why do you say that?
it's because when you met him, he's not. He takes his thing off. He goes to his mom. He's on his white tea beater. He's smoking. I think he smokes. He's just like nonchalant, kind of like I'm a priest, but I don't. I don't.
It's seeing a
I
priest
just
out of his
yeah.
robes, right?
Yes. He's like he knows that he has like I don't know. He doesn't know what to do with his life. I think even though he's a priest, I feel like he doesn't know. He's just like kind of like, all right, this is my life, I guess now.
It's with
You know?
like, with one of the things I was saying, where the Pope's exorcist kind of tacks on a lot of the same things, like the same concepts.
Oh yeah.
That was like one of the themes that they were kind of copying, that these priests who are not perfect, like how a lot of
Yes.
people view priests are being
Yeah.
pure people,
Pure
but
goodness. Yeah. Pure goodness, but they're not really. Yes. Yeah.
there's been at
Yeah.
least 4 deaths linked to The Exorcist, the original movie,
Yeah.
considering it a curse. Um, I'm trying to get to some of it because we brought it up, so I wanted to talk about it. But I always forget some natural cause deaths, and you get freak fires back injuries. There's been, I think
Mm-hmm.
there was one that was like a spontaneous fire on set. Um, I don't know. I don't. What do you
Look,
think that is? You think that's
I
all
don't know.
marketing to build reputation?
I don't know, no, Jason. Those were actual death, man. I don't think they
Oh,
were
not the
using.
death part, but I mean,
No, no,
okay, yeah, you're
no.
right.
I think it just happened. Yeah, it just
People
happened.
actually died.
Look, there was other Boris movies than this. I'm not saying that this is not scary at all. Like I said, we just find out about this movie called The Devils, which I wonder what man that movie was. I'm not saying
See,
it's
but
not scary.
that's just like messed up stuff. Like
That's just messed up. This is
someone's
actually
mind
yes,
is
you're right,
not.
scary. There's a scene where the mom is like, I think this is the almost at the end, and she's about to leave. You know, she has the headband or whatever, and she's covered, and you see like just a flash of the devil, like on her side.
Oh, you're talking
It's
about
just like a little,
devils.
yeah. No. I'm talking about the Exorcist. It's like a little flash over the face
Oh,
of the
when
devil. Yes,
towards the end, yeah, yeah,
yes. And I'm like, oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the devil. It's the statue.
Oh yes,
It's the
yes.
statue. It's
Yeah,
it's like a.
yeah.
It's kind of telling you the statue's demon is the one that possessed her, the one that got in the
Look,
body, and then
well,
they find it.
yeah. Just go ahead, Jason. We just love The Exorcist. I think I recently watched it like a month, maybe a couple months ago. Again, I was watching it, so it's a good, scary, fucked up movie.
It's a good
It's
horror
just
movie, Danny, and a lot of horror
yeah.
movies, especially in the 2000s, early 2010s, were just not good. They were just
No.
trying to be scary, and
And not just that, not scary, Jason. The thing with the horror movies that people don't get, it's a horror movie. You're not gonna have a happy ending. Most of those Western movies that we had like in the early 2000s, you're right. They were always something. They were able to get out or like survive or somebody survive. This movie at the end, it's not that they survive. It's kind of like you thought you won. You thought you won, but you didn't. It's a kind of situation.
yeah, because he, again, spoilers, he grabs her, then or no, it gets in him, so then he goes to kill himself.
Yeah, he went to kill himself
He
pretty
goes to
much.
kill himself, but then the other priest finds the statue in the bottom of the stairway.
Hmm.
It's a good story. It was good acting, good effects, a lot of new stuff. I mean, a lot of fucked up stuff. She's masturbating with this cross, which was
Oh
probably
yeah,
blasphemous. I'm
a
pretty
little
sure
girl.
Catholics were going crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, Linda Blair got death threats after the movie, um, and she was.
Which
Mhm.
no. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
She
Finish that?
was a little girl at the time. She's just acting. Poor girl is getting death threats because of her portrayal in the movie. And there's an image here of her floating and looking all messed up. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
it's freaky. Danny, I think we spent too much time.
Yeah.
um,
We gotta. Yeah. This is the part 5 apparently.
the
And
Exorcist
Nightmare on Elm
wins.
Street.
Next up, number 17 seed versus the number 16 seed. Sorry, Strangers number 16 versus 17 seed Nightmare on Elm Street. This is a good matchup here, Danny.
Go ahead. This is a good one
This is a
because
good
this is a good
matchup.
one. Yeah.
The Strangers, of
Yeah.
course, also was hit mainstream because of its tense, messed up, and I think a lot of movies learned from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which we'll get to, of the marketing of this was based on true events and manipulating that sort of thing. Because The Strangers, Danny, I don't know if you know this, but it says based on true events or based on real events. They play with words to make it seem like it actually happened when the reality of what happened was they found a couple in a house murdered, and that's it. So then they were like, oh, that's fun, let's make a story out of it. And then they just decided to have this whole idea of home invaders, but stalking them sadistically and terrorizing them and torturing mentally, psychologically torturing them, because that's how the movie really is the
Yeah, they could have
fucking-
killed him. They could have killed him much earlier. I think many times they could have killed him. Burn fire the house and whatever. But
I
they
think
just
that
wanted to fuck with them.
that was one of the points they say in the movie, where it's like, if they wanted to, they could have just broken in.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember that correctly. I've seen the movie a few times. I wanted to rewatch it, but it's not. It's only streaming on Tubi, where there's trailers.
Commercials.
Yeah, or sorry, yeah, commercials, and
Mhm.
I wanted to watch it and just in one go and to feel the tension throughout because it is a very tense movie, Danny.
It it's the mask doesn't help, and the where the house is set at doesn't help at all. It's a good I think also we have a good what's the name of the actress?
Liv Tyler.
I mean she's really good. I
Wait,
don't know. I can't say about the other guy. Is it her? I don't know. I don't know.
you
I
know,
forgot the name of that.
yes, it's Liv Tyler. Also, Glenn
Yeah.
Howerton's in it.
So I think this movie, it makes you scared in a different way, not like oh ghost whatever. It makes you scared of something fucking breaking in your house and doing this shit to you. So spoilers at the end because
I mean, I already kind of gave it away.
yeah. But anyways, the mask, the guy with the that's a cool
Oh, yeah.
fucking Halloween
It's a
setup though.
good Halloween costume.
Holy, and it's not
It's
even that
simple.
hard.
It's yeah. It's on. It's just like a sack.
Yeah, it's just a sack with two eyes. Yeah, well, I mean, with
and
the
then the painted on smiley face,
yes.
and then just
God
a
damn,
suit.
you know what?
It's scary, and then
It's
you're right.
yeah.
The ending is very. Have you ever seen Funny Games?
No, I don't think so.
Funny Games, like I've only seen the remake or retelling of it,
Uh-huh.
where it's same idea, the home invasion type of thing, but then they make the family decide who should die and stuff like that. But they have them seated like this, and kind of the ending of The Strangers is like the whole movie Funny Games.
Okay.
So no
Okay.
spoilers on that. I think you should give it a watch, then you might like it.
I should. Yeah, I'm looking at the trailer right now, and yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty creepy. And then they're like, "Why are you doing this?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Because we can," or something like. I believe that's the ending
Mm.
of The Strangers, where they're like, "Because we can," and that
Because-
just
yeah.
makes it even worse. It's like
That makes
fuck,
it more
man,
fucked up. Yeah.
people are fucked up.
So, all right.
I like The Strangers,
Then-
Danny. It's a fun movie. I'm still
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
convince Diane to watch it. We were going to watch it, but it was only on Tubi. And she's not a big horror fan, as we've probably all guessed now. But this one's fucked up, and I just want to rewatch it, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like it. And then we have Nightmare on Elm Street, a movie I rewatched leading up to this. So within the week, I was rewatching this movie. I've seen it, I think, just the one time a couple years ago. So this is my second time watching it, Danny, and it holds up. It's a good movie. It's a good slasher. Scary. Makes you want to not fall asleep because Freddy Krueger is back there. This is good. What'd you think?
Same. I also recently watched it. I was watching it one of these nights. I forgot, like a couple weeks ago too. And yeah, it holds up. I was thinking how some of the special effects that they did. I'm like, how the fuck did they do that? Like I was really, I haven't looked at it, but I'm pretty sure if I looked at it, they'll show how they did it for sure. Especially uh the water one, the bathtub.
Mm. Yeah.
That's kind of messed up, by the way, because he's kind of like a child predator, right?
Yeah.
I think
He was.
yeah. That's why the parents burn him, because they explain a little bit, but you have to really pay attention on what happened to Freddy Krueger.
In the remake, I think they show it, if I remember correctly.
There's one. Is it the remake one?
I think
They show how they trapped him inside the boiler room or whatever, and they just burned him,
Yeah.
and he was getting burned. Which, by the way, how did he get power then? His soul just kind of like didn't want to die, and he's like,
you can't ask questions like that, Danny. What are you
I
doing?
was like, wait, did he made a pact with the devil or something like that to be able to get powers of fucking of illusion and going to people's dreams? But that's a fucked up shit. Imagine not going to sleep, because if you go to sleep, you're gonna die. So
I think they could have done more with that sort of concept.
they do on the.
but
I
it's
think
a-
they
Mhm.
they do in the other movies.
Yeah,
I think the
it's
second
enough
one.
in it. It's enough.
Yeah.
but I think it would have been fun to deal a little more with the psychological effects that not sleeping would have on you.
Also, a movie where it doesn't end kind of happy, because
No, not at all.
spoiler alert, by the way, you already said it. Most of them they die.
No, they all died.
Most
All-
they all did. Yeah.
No, I
Oh
think they
well,
all die.
besides her, I was saying besides her, they all freaking die.
I think it isn't it alluding to the fact that she's
That she's
either
gonna
stuck
die.
in a dream or she's dead? Because
Yeah,
because
I was gonna ask you.
it's kind of alluding to it. Now I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen the second or third or fourth one, but I have seen that on the poster for the third one. She's in it. She's in
Yeah.
the poster, so I'm assuming that she's stuck in a dream and eventually has to fight to get out. Again, it's just an assumption, but it is it's kind of alluding towards the, because she closes the door, she's in front, and then her whole friend, like the whole band is there, right? And then the remember, Danny, the car, the convertible,
Oh,
the top is
the
in
top is Freddy
pattern
Krueger's
Freddy
Freddy Krueger's sweater. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Yep.
like stupid.
I was
But
like,
fun. Yeah.
okay, okay, I get it. Yeah, so they're inside of him. I kind
Right.
of messed up. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I kind of.
So
Great
that's it,
movie.
Danny. I want you to say which one do you go with on this?
Look, seeing The Strangers, seeing Freddy Krueger, not scary at all now because I didn't watch it when I was a kid, so it didn't really traumatize me or nothing.
Same.
But it's just a cool horror movie. Like it's a cool special
Cool
effects, cool premise, a really fucked up villain if you really think about it. But also, if you watch The Strangers, that makes you a different kind of scary. More like, okay, fuck, I need to lock my doors every night, kind of situation. And the way they traumatize them, yeah, it's especially with the mask. I don't know, Jason. I don't know. I feel like
Anyone
I have
watching
to
right
give
now,
it to-
tell us what you would choose, so we could have some conversation here.
I think I will say, if we're talking about this is about what's scarier or what's the best horror movie.
See, we discussed this when we were deciding what should go on the list. You
Okay.
kept going towards the scarier movie. I kept
Yeah.
saying we're making a best horror movie list. We couldn't
Because-
decide really, because if we're doing what's scarier, that's a completely different list.
Yeah, and I think the Nightmare on Elm Street has more thought into it because The Strangers, yes, there's thought into it or whatever they do, and whatever happen, on the situation, but the special effects of Nightmare on Elm Street with the villain, I think it's a better horror movie in my opinion. So I'll give it to that number 17.
The upset, number 17 over 16.
Yeah,
This is a toughie, Danny, because I think you're right. I agree. Oh no, sorry. I'm on the same boat. I did not watch Nightmare on Elm Street when I was younger, so it didn't traumatize me. But I also didn't watch it because I was too scared to watch it. So
okay.
at the time where I was growing up, it was a movie that my parents or uncles would watch. Maybe not my parents actually, but my uncles would watch it. And I remember one of my uncles had it on VHS, and he would watch it, and I was way too scared to watch it, because Freddy Krueger is terrifying. Danny, I was a little freaking bitch when I was a kid. I didn't.
Yeah,
even
don't
go,
worry, me
I didn't
too.
even go in
Yeah.
Spencer's because they might have Chucky dolls. Well, they did have Chucky dolls, and I'm talking about like I was 10. So
I mean, it's understandable. Yeah.
But anyways, The Strangers, and watching that, you're right. It was it was scarier because you have to double check that your doors are locked. You hear noise out there. You're trying to open your blinds like, oh,
Yes.
anybody watching me?
Yes.
And like, don't watch me. But I gotta give it to the legacy. I think I agree with you. The legacy that Freddy Krueger has, the fact that it still holds up since a movie that was made in 1984 with cool visual effects that they probably had to get very creative on. The whole nightmare thing is really cool. I'm going with Nightmare on Elm Street as well, Danny.
Okay.
No shade to The Strangers. You were a good
No,
competitor.
no shade, no shade,
No shade, no shade, no shade.
no shade.
All right, Danny. Let's move on here to the number 9 seed, The Witch, versus the number 24 seed, Evil
This is a
Dead.
good one.
That actually scared me for a little bit. Versus the number 24 seed, Evil Dead Rise. Danny, you watched this and you were a big fan of it. You really wanted this one on there.
Jason, I'm a big fan of these two movies. And let me tell you why. Let me start with the Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead has been one of my favorite franchise. Which I was gonna put this first one or Army of the Darkness, the second one because it's a fucking cool setting. But I was like, it's just a cool setting.
I
It's
thought
not
Army
scary.
of Darkness is the third one.
Oh, you're right. Well, which is the second one then?
I think that's just Evil Dead 2.
It was okay.
I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I love those franchise. I think they're just really cool. Kind of fucked up, especially not many people know the director for Evil Dead movies is what's his name?
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, Spider-Man guy, and Doctor Strange
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
2. Anyways, Evil Dead Rise surprised me, Jason. It was fun. It was fucking scary. They had a cool looking spoiler. Just watch the movie, but spoilers. The mom rising up from the bathtub, Jason. The creepy ass face that she had, with all blood covering her. This is a lot of blood here. I don't know how many gallons of fake blood.
They
or
love blood in this franchise.
Yeah, that's true. That was a crazy fucked up shit. I mean, literally the whole family got fucked up in this one. This is a movie where the strangers was all them possessed by demons, pretty much. And it's just so many cool. I don't know, so many cool and scary fucked up shit that happens in this movie. The daughter eating the glass, and they show her like trying to like chug on the glass, and then they just poking her mouth, and it's just a really cool movie where I think they knew what they were doing. They know the assignment. They learn how to reinvent the Dead Rise franchise again, because the other one was the other one was good too. The 2000 was it 16 or something like that.
Yeah,
it was good.
Like that.
But this one, it was just, I don't know. It was just,
That one
it
was
just
a
looked
straight remake, though.
Yeah. And this just looked better. It looked better. It was there were some scary parts.
There were some there was definitely tense moments.
And this is why I say you don't need to have a big place to do a scary movie. Most movies don't go to out of the house. This is in a small apartment in a small complex. It works. It works. Also, the earthquake kind of made me feel like, oh shit, that's LA, man. I don't know people why they live in California. Fuck.
Danny,
Opening
when the trailer first came out and they had the cheese grater scene, I was like, oh no, that's gonna be so harsh
yes.
when you see it happening.
Yeah,
it wasn't as bad, but my first thought was, they're in a small apartment. Are they gonna be in there the whole time? Because how is this demon not gonna get them? Right?
Yeah.
And it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense. Continue.
The whole recording, because they found the what was it like the earthquake opened this hole in the garage basement, right? And then pretty much there was a room where they had the demon concealed with a bunch of crosses and a bunch of shit. Okay, kids, if you find that anything if there's a bunch of crosses and there's a bunch of things in the box and it's sealed, don't open it. Don't be that girl. I was like, don't do that. Don't be like the Perch Kid. Okay? It's just don't. But anyways, I love this movie, Jason. This is a really scary movie, well-made movie in my opinion. I'm gonna watch it pretty soon because I like this movie a lot, but also I like The Witch a lot. But I want your thoughts on the Evil Dead Rise first, though.
Evil Dead Rise was good. Continue.
That's it.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like the Evil Dead movie is too much blood. And then it gets to an excessive amount of blood where it's like, okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
When they show some blood and it feels a little bit like gore porn, and the Evil Dead franchise it skirts the line often of this is not pleasant. Like, obviously it's not gonna be pleasant to watch.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, this is too much. Like the from the remake where she's like cutting her tongue. It's like, oh, but then it kind of gets away fast enough for it to be like just like a moment. So like, oh, okay, and Evil Dead Rise does that often, but then they kind of add little moments for you to relax a little bit, to move on from it.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah.
like sometimes you're
Yeah.
like, you get a little bit of like a sigh of relief of like, oof.
Yeah.
And then we're just,
Yeah.
then you remember we're still in the fucking apartment, guys. There's
Yeah.
still like the damn demons over there. This is like, the more I think about it, this is a good movie, Danny.
I
And
told you, it's a good
I know
movie.
you've
Yeah.
been saying this. I know you've been
Yeah.
saying it. And it isn't gory enough for me to not want to watch it enough, or again, not want to watch it again.
Mhm.
But it is. There are moments in it where I'm like, I don't know if I want to rewatch that sort of thing.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yes, they like. Yeah, I know what you mean. They
I
did
mean,
those
like
moments.
swallowing
Yeah.
a glass. That's fucked
Yeah.
up, man.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of good tension building. The looking through the peephole on the doors. Every time
Yeah.
that happened was like, oh, well, like what's gonna happen?
Yes.
What's
Yes.
coming? And I
Every
love that
time
sort
you
of
look at
tension.
that, yes. Yes.
I love that sort of
Yes.
tension of anticipation and assuming something's gonna happen. And I don't even think there was a lot of moments of jump scares when they're looking through the peephole. It was just like, which makes it a little creepier. I think there's scenes where she's just literally walking across the peephole, like,
Yeah.
and there's no jump scare. It's just happening, and that kind of makes it a little creepier at times.
The demon is just doing. It's just doing what a demon I think will do. Just fucked up. It's just they could have killed him earlier. They could have just rushed in, or I don't know. They could have done something much earlier, but they just want to fucked up. Yeah. So
It's fun. It's fun, Danny. It's
Yeah.
a good scary movie. I wouldn't be surprised if this is an upset, but for me, Danny, it shouldn't be, because The Witch.
no. This
If
is
we're
where
talking about scarier, okay,
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise
Yeah.
is scarier because of all the moments it has, but The Witch kind of messes with you in a different way,
Oh,
even
The
more
Witch.
different than The Strangers versus Nightmare on Elm Street. The Witch type of horror is more psychological and more like bad vibes, and I don't like where this is going, and eating children and shit and witches, and like the scary witches though, not like the hocus pocus witches, right?
No. This is okay. So The Witch came out in 2015 or 2016, I think. Made by Edgar. What's his name? Directed, and I think it
Robert
was written
Eggers.
by him too. Edgar, was
I
it?
think he write and directs his movies. Robert
Yeah.
Eggers.
Robert Eggers. Starring Anya Taylor, but I think the whole cast does a fantastic job on this movie.
My only thing with the cast is the dad. The dad's voice is way too raspy, and sometimes like I don't understand what
You
he's
couldn't
saying.
understand what he was saying?
It's not even that they're speaking in that in the English from that time. It's like I can't even recreate it.
I think
honestly,
I know what you mean. Yes. Yeah.
but, you definitely need captions for that guy.
Yes.
Continue.
This movie, Jason, I watched it and then I watched it again. I
Yeah.
think I like you're right. This movie is not scary. This is the movies that it made me think more. They're not scary jump. They're not. It's like you said, what was it that you said? It was more like
I don't remember. What I said.
it's more like a moment, like watching the scene and kind of like oh, what the fuck is going on? And like not just that, but like it's just scary in a real life way to me, because in real life you're not gonna get jump scares. If I turn in the corner, there's gonna be maybe not all the time, but this is more like a fucked up kind of like situation that this family has to go through because they got kicked out from the village or whatever, so they have to live by the woods. And then you have this 15 or 16-year-old girl who's starting to get like
Seduced.
what is it, seduced by
Seduced.
by a witch, a real witch. And
Actual
she's
witch.
like, yeah, an actual witch. And oh my god, the scene, the scene where the boy is in bed because he's sick because he went to see the witch, remember?
Oh,
When
yeah.
he went, and he's in bed and he's reciting, who was she reciting, or the dad's reciting Oh no, he says something about a phrase from the Bible. It's like when you know, it's like, oh, you guys are fucked up because he's kind of like being controlled by the witch, and
Yeah.
then they blame Marianne Tyler, and then like it's just a really fucked up setting.
Yeah. I'm sorry. They blame who? What did you say?
Huh? Oh, I'm saying they blame the Anya Taylor.
Oh,
I don't know her name.
I don't know. I think. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. They blame her. Then, one of the when I first watched it, I always thought it was creepy because the boy was like looking down her dress,
Oh yes,
right? And
yes,
I was
yes.
the first time I watched it, I was like, why do they keep showing that as kind of random
Mhm.
pervertedness? The second time I watched it, I was like, oh, because the witch seduces him by there being like a woman. So
Mhm.
obviously this little boy's going through hormones that are getting the
Yeah.
best of him. So that's how
Mhm.
she seduces him into
Yep.
getting into this sort of thing. And then they show there's just a couple moments of real creepiness of like actual horror aspects of it, of the witch being on naked and touching the baby with I think the scissors or a knife. And
Mhm.
that's where it was like,
Mhm.
oh no, like what's going on? Like this is
When
weird.
she finds the boy and the boy's there, and then she's like, she's making out with the boy,
Oh yeah,
and then she grabs the boy's bat head, and then you can see her hands all like old and
yeah,
like in uh like that kind of stuff. It's not gross. It's just like fucked up shit.
yeah.
It's just fucked
Danny, for
up.
me, this is a clear winner.
Yeah, yeah. It's a clear. Yeah, yeah.
Um, you agree?
Ending. No, no. Yeah, I agree. No, this is
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the witch is a better movie. That's um, it is one of the up the, the horror movies are evolving into something more into something deeper than just at face
Scare
value.
jump. Yeah, yeah.
And The Witch is one of those original ones of this is a horror movie, but it's more horror with not just jump scares, right? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to
All I'm gonna say the there's a scene where she's milking the goat and there's blood coming out and she gets scared. And I think when you watch it the second time, you realize who the goat is. And then when you realize that, you're like, oh fuck, they were just fuck at the beginning. They were just fuck the
they're
black
fucking the
goat.
whole time, yeah.
Yeah,
Black
and
Robert or
also
something, Black Pete, Black.
the scene where the witch. This is where these scenes are becoming more scary to me because the Hereditary did this something similar
Oh,
where
wait, we're gonna get to Hereditary in the future,
oh no
Danny.
no I know but I'm saying the Hereditary but I'm saying like there's a scene in here where the witch is all naked and she pretty much I don't know if it's her but she's like in the air lifting a beam floating in the air. That scene to me is scary because it looks so fucking real. Well, I mean they tried to make it real of course but it just looks fucked up. So yeah, I'm gonna say good movie.
Good movie. The Witch
Yeah,
takes that.
that's
Now
true.
we move on to the next round of Poltergeist, the number 25 seeded Poltergeist 1982 versus the number 8 seeded The Descent.
Oof.
Danny, I'm gonna go off on this one.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have
This
I
one.
have I have themes. I have my biases are obvious, and this is one of the ones that. Well, all right. There's a few movies that do this, Danny. The Descent started off super tense. Almost the whole movie is super tense and scary. It makes you
Mm-hmm.
claustrophobic. It makes you wonder what is
Mm-hmm.
going on. It's playing with your mind. And then it shows the demon, and this is one of the themes of my
It's
head.
not a demon.
Sorry, whatever the hell it is, the monsters that are down
Skinwalker.
there. Those aren't. Are those supposed to be skinwalkers? You just
It's
said it.
supposed to be some type of skinwalker. Oh damn it. God. Damn. It's supposed to be some type of thing. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure probably you're right. They're
They're
probably
probably
demon,
just
but
monsters, honestly.
yeah.
I don't think they were thinking about the skinwalkers at that time.
Yeah.
Anyways, they show that, then it loses me a little bit. If you mess with my brain and I never see what it is, that's gonna mess with me a lot
Yes.
longer,
Yes.
a lot
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
if you just show me, oh, it's just a monster. I'm looking at you, Insidious, the Darth Maul ass
Mm-hmm.
looking devil.
Devil.
So
So
The Descent, scary, Danny.
it is scary, yeah.
Poltergeist, I understand it's one of the movies that's on there because of the reputation, in my opinion. I
We also said
was
about the
never scared of the Poltergeist. Like, it's never scared me. So, and I know it's a horror versus scary, but Poltergeist is a good movie. It's a fine horror movie, um, but it doesn't hit me. Poltergeist, I don't know. I don't know. It's just never really grabbed me as
we're
much
talking about
as
the 1984, not the new remake one that they did.
1982.
1982, yes, with Steven Spielberg, by the way. Jason, I just every time I remember this movie is the dad hairy ass chest that I'm like, oh, that's gonna be me in the future. This is you remember what they're like at the
That's what
beginning
you
of the
take away
movie.
from it, huh?
Anyways,
Steve Spielberg wrote it. He
it's
was one of the
just
writers.
um, it's a good movie. I'm not saying like the special effects of Steven Spielberg did in this movie, the clown. I mean the TV, the whole when they finally put the
He produced it, by the way. He wasn't.
oh, okay,
Like,
but
it's one
still,
of those things where they attach the name for
just for to get the
recognition.
yeah, it's a good movie. I'm not saying it's not. We're not saying it's bad, people. We're not saying it's bad because this is one of the first movies that you can think of like where they hire not just the first 'cause the other ones, but it reminded me a lot of Insidious. No, The Conjuring, because they hire some lady to come and help them out with the ghost research and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, Jason, I feel like this one it didn't scare me either. I watched it, and it kind of sounds hypocrite because we said we like the special effects from Nightmare on Elm Street and the repetition that one has, but this one doesn't. It's not. I don't find this one scary.
Well, I don't think the effects weren't as next
I like the
level.
special effects.
No, that's
Yeah.
good. It's just not like when you watch A Nightmare on Elm Street, those effects are like, whoa, like how did they do that? It makes you wonder how they did that. This one uses more visual effects where you're just like, oh, like I'm looking at a picture of the demon coming out of the TV or the mirror, the doorway. It's just like, oh, that looks cheap. But it's because of
Yeah.
it's of its time. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly scared by that sort of thing. It looks very Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but it's a fine movie. I mean, I'd watch it again, but I wouldn't. It's not one of my favorites.
it's a fine movie. Yes, it's a fine movie. There is a couple jump scares. The one in the mirror, like you said, where oh no, when she's looking at herself in the mirror and then like she sees herself all broken and like ripped in pieces or whatever. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think I will prefer which is the other one.
The Descent.
I think the descent with like you're right. They always fucking do this, and this is an early 2000 movie where they do kind of a lot of the tropes that they used to do back then. The fast-paced camera movement in some of those scenes. The ending, which I don't know why they always do that. I don't know why they show the monster. They show what happened, like what happens with the girl, kills the other girl.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
The Descent.
I
is
think
just-
the descent was
sorry.
the descent was a little more scarier, yes, through the whole movie, until the end, like you said. It just takes
But
away
that's
the
a me.
scariness.
I don't know if that's
No,
a
no,
me
no, no,
thing.
no, 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 no. That's not me too. Like I know what you mean. I that's why I know one of these movies is gonna be my favorite because it doesn't end. It doesn't show what it was. It's just fucked up. That's more fucked up than showing what it is because then you're like, oh, okay, that's what was killing them.
Yeah, and some of them
So-
do it better than others. I this Sinister does it, which we'll get to that. But Sinister does
Yeah.
it, I think, better than The Descent or Insidious, in my opinion, where they kind of show what it is that's going on, but it still leaves it more paranormal than physical. And I
Yeah.
think it's when it's physically there that where I'm just like, nah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Like again, Insidious. Insidious probably the worst offender to this, in my opinion, than The Descent. But they're both. I don't know. The Descent. I thought I had watched it for the first time like 2 years ago or 3, and I was like, this was like very tense, and I was scared, and
Yeah, it was intense. They're in a freaking cave, man. They're getting fucked
like
up
that.
with this thing.
Alright.
Skinwalker. But, oh, by the way, this is supposedly based on not true events, but based on this cave here in America where a lot of explorers and people like what happens in this movie, they get lost and they cannot find them, and this thing mimics voices. So, yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Jason.
Danny, for me, The Descent takes this.
Yeah, that's fine. I said it too.
Oh,
Yeah,
calm your chill, dude.
yeah.
The Descent takes this. The number 8 seed takes over the 25 seed
Damn.
Poltergeist.
Now,
And
Jason,
Danny,
you're gonna have to
100%.
yeah.
That's gonna do it. I know we said we were going to do the whole left side, but as I also said, we were going to do that. I knew this was coming, Danny. We talked too much.
We
gonna have
talk
to
too
hurry this
much, and like it's just it's our horror movies.
It's the scariest movie week.
Christian, I'm sorry, we're not going to get around to horoscopes this probably these next couple weeks. I apologize. I'm so sorry. That's going to make a return. Maybe we'll get around to making another podcast where we could release. I don't know. I'm not going to make false promises here. All right.
Promises are meant to be breaking.
What was that? Can you repeat that?
Promises are meant to be breaking.
So, what we got looking forward to us next week or sooner, we'll see. We have the number 5 seeded Sinister versus the number 28 seed Don't Breathe. The number 12 seeded Insidious versus the number 21 seeded Friday the 13th, 1980. The number 13 seeded Midsommar versus the number 20 seeded Psycho. Why did we put that so low?
What, Psycho?
Yeah, because it wasn't that scary for us.
It wasn't that scary, but it's an iconic movie that
I love
that
Psycho.
is
Don't get me
it's
wrong.
still fucked up what happens.
Number 4 seeder.
That's what people don't know about Psycho. That's where the famous scene from the girl taking a shower. And you see the knife.
People don't know
Yeah.
that, you said?
What's that? Maybe people haven't seen the movie probably.
I remember going. No, that's a story for another time. Number 4 seeded Hereditary versus number 29 seeded Trick or Treat. That was one of the Danny one. Danny loves Trick or Treat.
I love that movie so much because it recreates what I love about Halloween. It's a Halloween themed scary movie. Come on. I even have the costume of that of what's his name? God damn
Remember
it,
his name. I saw it once because of you.
Jack
and-
the Pumpkin or whatever. I forgot. His
I don't think his name was Jack the Pumpkin. Danny, we have people want the horror scopes. Oh, Denise, that's nice. I like that. Horror scopes. We're gonna give this one real quick. All right, we're gonna do a quick
All
one.
right.
I believe he said. He was a Taurus. Christian's a Taurus. We're running long on this one. I apologize. September 23rd. So today's horoscope. All right, if you're watching live, today's. Taurus today. This is not from the other website that we used the first.
you
time.
forgot your towel in the head.
I wasn't expecting to do this, Danny. I was not expecting it. September 23rd. Today you might entertain a house full of astrologers with a few. Wait. Sorry. All right. Today you might entertain a house full of astrologers with a few psychics and healers thrown in for good measure. Your head may spin as a result of all the concepts discussed, as if your brain can't process the information quickly enough. Don't despair. You're absorbing more than you think you are. After everyone leaves, take a walk or you won't be able to sleep. This doesn't make sense to me. Are they...
I don't know what you just said, and to be honest, I don't.
This
It's
is
just
saying
look,
that Christian is going to invite a lot of astrologers and...
Jason, just make one up. Just make one up right now.
Oh, Taurus. I see blue. That's my microphone's name. Because it's the brand is.
You're not funny, huh, Jason?
Sagittarius. Today you should feel excited and enthusiastic about life in general. Sagittarius. Man, I'm sorry. It's just like your mind might jump from possible creative projects to philosophy, travel, distant places, and you may consider all of them to be focus of potential future activities. Romance could also be on your mind, but not in an obsessive way. Entertain yourself in a light-hearted manner. And then we'll do me for good measure here. Libra. Friends, group activities, and social events could take up a lot of your time today, Libra. So expect to spend your day interacting with people. They could range from any kind of a social, ethnic, educational, or national. All right, dang. No, I'm done with this. These are so basic and so vague.
Yeah.
They could apply to anything except for Christian's Taurus, because that's very specific and that's very, you're going to have some psychics and healers in your life today. And that just feels very, very...
Doctors and dentists.
No. Not doctors and dentists. Psychics and healers, Danny. This is astrologers. House full of astrologers. This is like he's going to seek...
He's going to a keychain party?
No. I think it's just key party. Is it?
I thought it was keychain party. Because I would leave the keychains in the wall.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to knock on anybody here. It's just I don't know. I don't like today's. Today's what I'm feeling for Sagittarius is a little more opportunistic and a little more insightful in your life. Don't rush ahead on anything. All right? Think about things. I'm reading, of course. I'm not making this up, Danny.
That's pretty good.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. That was for you. All right, whatever. I'm over this right now. I'm over this horoscope today. My horoscope is telling me don't listen to horoscopes today. It's not feeling good. Where's this gone? I regret doing this horoscope. I'm sorry, Danny.
You try to please the people, but the people don't please you.
That was not me, by the way. That's not me saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the poor horoscopes. I'm sorry for whatever Danny just did. Actually, I'm not sorry for that. That was great. Go Nighthawks. Sorry.
Oh, go Nighthawks.
If I was you, I would change horoscope.
Damn.
It's fucked up.
If I could change horoscope, can I be Hercules?
That's not a horoscope. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Next week or maybe later this week, we're going to go through these a little quicker, I promise, so we could get through more of them. Because if we don't, Danny, we're going to run out of time. We're going to get past spooky season. So, on that note, yes, go ahead, please.
I got a joke for you, Jay.
You got a joke for me? Okay. Next time, let's definitely go quicker so we can fit in the horoscopes.
What do two pumpkins have in common?
Having what?
Have in common.
Oh, sorry. I don't know, Danny. What?
I don't know either. Oh, they come from the same root.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. That's been Danny. I've been Jason. This has been this has been Sunday Night Tangents because spooky season, but we're in the morning with a couple of tan.
Yes.
Where did you go?